From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Wednesday, October 3rd, a confirmed case of West Nile virus in a human in Delaware. A popular bank is being sold, and a new program to help the disabled pump gas. Here are the details. A 73-year-old woman is Delaware's first human case of West Nile virus in 2007. Public health officials say the woman is home from the hospital in stable condition. She's Delaware's 20th case of West Nile in a person since the first case in 2002. 2 of those people died. DENREC says there have been 7 identified cases of West Nile virus in wild birds this year. A murder suspect is arrested in the nude. County police received an anonymous tip through their website concerning the whereabouts of Carl Dean. Federal marshals tracked him to an apartment in Bear. As they moved in for the arrest yesterday afternoon, Dean tried to escape out a second-floor window. He was only wearing boxer shorts at the time, and his underwear got caught on the windowsill, pulling them down around his ankles. But Dean kept going, eventually taken into custody in his birthday suit. Dean was wanted for the April 2nd murder of Andre Farrell outside of Wilmington Market. Charges are pending against a Wilmington man after he led police on a chase through the city, saying he had to get a pregnant woman to the hospital. Troopers were monitoring the Concord Pike exit on northbound 95 yesterday evening, looking for vehicles which were cutting in front of stop vehicles which were waiting to exit. A trooper pulled over Harold Wilson for cutting. He told the officer he was trying to get his pregnant passenger to the hospital. The trooper offered to call an ambulance, but Wilson said there was no time and sped off. During the ensuing chase, Wilson hit a pickup truck and later a fire hydrant. He then ran. Police found him hiding in a nearby home. Doctors later confirmed the woman was not pregnant. Coming up, turns out a drive-by shooting in Wilmington was a fake. WDEL News continues in a moment.
As you look for your college experience, make sure you look at Wilmington College, your key to success.
An investigation into a drive-by shooting ends when witnesses and the victim admit the story was made up. Wilmington police arrested Alan Foote at his home on Townsend Street after learning he accidentally shot his girlfriend in the head while playing with his gun. Before police responded to the scene of the September 28th shooting, Foote allegedly convinced the victim to agree to the drive-by story. Commerce Bank is being sold. WDEL's Peter MacArthur reports.
The New Jersey-based company with 460 branches on the East Coast is being sold to Toronto-based TD Bank Financial Group. It's a deal worth $8.5 billion. The transaction means $42 a share for Commerce Bank stockholders. The possibility of a Commerce sale started to take hold in June when the company's founder was forced out in a settlement with federal regulators on charges involving insider dealing. There's no word yet on whether Commerce will keep its name when the deal is finalized. I'm Peter MacArthur, 1150 a.m., WDEL.
A Good Samaritan is in the hospital after he saw a Wilmington home on fire and tried to put it out with a garden hose. Around noon yesterday, Nathaniel Staves was doing construction in the city's northeast section when he noticed smoke coming from a home across the street. So he grabbed a garden hose and tried to put it out. The smoke eventually became too much, forcing him out of the house. He's now in stable condition at St. Francis Hospital for breathing in too much smoke. People who may need extra help at Delaware's gas pumps will soon have an easier time getting help. WDEL's Carl Konevsky explains.
Beginning Thursday, self-service gas stations throughout the state must begin the process of being equipped with a device to help people with disabilities fill their tanks. It's called Fuel Call, a button that operates a wireless doorbell, letting station personnel know someone needs assistance. Bob Weber, operator of the Newport Exxon, says he's actually had the system in place for several years.
I have a lot of customers that come here just because we're one of the few stations that actually have this button, and it's just good for business. I mean, it just makes good business sense. You're, helping your customers, and they want to come back because they know that they can get assistance if they need it.
The General Assembly passed legislation requiring gas station owners to be 50% compliant within a year and 100% within 3 years. Weber says he found the system necessary in order to provide good customer service.
We found that the problem with the customers coming up to the pump was notifying the cashier, by blowing horns and everything. Being in a busy intersection, we heard horns all day long. I went to a trade show and saw the fuel call button and knew that that's just what I had to have.
Reporting from Newport, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
A 3-mile run for lunch. WDEL's Lee St. John has that story.
Everyone from wellness walkers to competitive racers showed up at the Wilmington Riverfront Tuesday for the Governor's Cup 5K. An estimated 400 participants signed up to take part in the 3.1-mile event. The governor herself was there to wish the crowd well. Lieutenant Governor John Carney served as starter and chief cheerleader. When all was said and done, Patrick O'Rourke was first across the finish line in a time of 16 minutes 49 seconds, or about 5.5 minutes per mile. Reporting from the riverfront, Lee St. John, 1150 AM, WDEL.
The playoffs are here for the Phillies. WDEL Sports and your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Two first-place awards for Melanie Armstrong from the RTNDA Plus Best website, and our third Murrow Award for Excellence in a row. WDEL swept the Delaware Press Association Awards for Best Newscast, On the Spot Report, Special Programming, and First for Best Interview. But what really gets us jazzed? Second and third for TV News. WDEL, where news talk is just the beginning.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, the Phillies host the Colorado Rockies this afternoon in Game 1 of the best-of-5 National League Division Series. The Phils are the NL East champs. The Rockies are in as the wild card. Both teams got here with powerful offenses, and they'll play in 2 hitter-friendly parks in the series. The Phils will send Cole Hamels to the mound against 17-game winner Jeff Francis, and you can hear all the action on WDEL. Pre-game coverage starts at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Meantime, the Phils have left starter Adam Eaton off their postseason roster for the Rockies series. Eaton signed a $24.5 million 3-year contract in the offseason, but was 10-10 during the season with an ERA of 6.29, and he was 1-4 with a 7.36 ERA over his last 10 starts. That was enough for the Phillies brain trust to decide they go without his services in the best-of-5 series. The Phillies will go with a 4-man rotation in the first series. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast, some clouds and fog to start today, maybe some drizzle as well. Then sunshine by the afternoon, high 81. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 62. And for tomorrow, clouds and sun, with a high reaching 83. Good news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM WDEL, or anytime right here at WDEL.com. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.